And the reason that the Massachusetts decision made several weeks or months ago had such a ready impact and how it touched a series of dominoes where so many people were excited, and the media, of course, being very pro-gay, excited about gay marriages, is because they spoke to a culture that had already been conditioned to the possibility of accepting same-sex marriages. For example, back in the 60s, sexual love, which was at one time regarded as a privilege between a man and a woman, was turned into a right. The consensus was that before that time, that sex belonged only within marriage. Now, we know that there was immorality. There's always been immorality. But the general consensus of society is that there is immorality, but it should not be. But after the 60s, it was okay. It was the cool thing to do. As a result of that, what we had is, with the onslaught of pornography, there was a steady shift from the center of gravity from marital faithfulness to personal enjoyment. Thus, if your mate no longer fulfilled your needs, you should have the right to find someone who will. As someone wrote, cohabitation began shedding its stigma, leading to a revolving door family structure that often left children fatherless and economically deprived. With divorce available for convenience sake, the word family began to take on new meanings. Now it was common for the mother to raise the children alone, possibly with a new husband, or at least a new lover. Meanwhile, the husband and father went on to pursue his own relationships, which he deemed were, quote, best for him. Children raised without their father's love and protection became vulnerable to sexual experimentalism and to abuse. Now, as I speak about this, I want to say that we have to speak with a great deal of compassion for the gay community. We have to have hearts that are touched by their plight. And what we need to do is to realize that we speak with the same compassion that we should have for all people on this hurting planet. And if we only condemn, what we'll discover is, as we shout across the chasm to the homosexual community, we will hear only the echo of our own voice. So I want you to know that I approach this today with a great deal, I trust, of humility and sensitivity. I remember a father who was adamant against gays and homosexuals. And when his own son was gay, how he rejected him and refused to allow him in the home and treated him in a non-Christian way. Is it any wonder that that boy ended up as a radical in the gay community? Because he was so completely rejected by his father. Now, of course, it was right that the father certainly opposed his son's lifestyle, but the attitude with which we do it is so incredibly important. So this is not a message where there is finger pointing. This is a message where ultimately the finger will be pointed back at us. And I'm under no illusion that the radical gay community will listen to what we have to say, but I need to say that there are thousands of homosexuals in the city of Chicago and elsewhere who are still hoping that somewhere in the church they will find a word of hope and hopefully a word of deliverance.